Now, Buzz Aldrin fell in love with airplanes and flight and the moon when he was just a boy growing up in Montclair, New Jersey. He graduated from West Point. Then he went on to the Air Force. He got his doctorate from MIT and was accepted into the NASA space program. He did 4 spacewalks, totaling just under 8 hours in space. And 50 years ago tomorrow, the world held its breath and watched as he and Neil Armstrong and Michael Collins were the first men to land on the moon. He has spent his life inspiring Americans to go further into space, and he's founded technology companies to do just that. He's an American hero and a space pioneer. Buzz Aldrin, thank you very much for being on the story tonight, sir.
Oh, thank you. I've looked forward to this very, very much, Martha.
Well, it is wonderful to have you here, especially tonight. You know, I was very interested watching your moments in the Oval Office today, and you said that you are, frankly, disappointed when you look back at the last 10 to 15 years of NASA. Can you explain?
Well, I think we just haven't developed the highest performance rockets and the appropriate spacecraft that we should have to be able to carry out the challenges that we have and are facing. And we have to deal with what we have, and we're going to make the very most of it. And I think I can contribute some ideas that'll help it all come out very, very well.
Give me just one of those. You know, like if you could change one thing about the current space program or financing or whatever it is, what would it be?
Well, I think we need to go from Earth orbit to lunar orbit and back and forth, rather than to a gateway. I know that that's a controversial term, but I just think that it's a diversion that we're not. We're forced into it because of the lack of performance of the large rocket and the heavy spacecraft.
All right.
But if we were to use 2 rockets and provide the propulsion and then take the spacecraft to the moon to low Earth orbit directly, then I think we could go back and forth between one orbit and the other, and with a very capable lander refueling on the surface. We'd be learning step by step the sort of things that in 5 or 10 years or 15 will enable us to set off
I know that you are anxious, I'm sorry to interrupt, to step on the gas pedal, so to speak, in this program. I want you to listen to this back and forth that I thought was fascinating today between all of you in the Oval Office, and then I want to get your thoughts on this.
To get to Mars, you have to land on the moon, they say. Any way of going directly without landing on the moon? Is that a possibility?
Yes. Well, we need to use the moon as a proving ground, because when we go to Mars, we're going to have to be there for a long period of time. So we need to learn how to live and work on another world.
So how long a trip to Mars? How long would it take?
It's about a 7-month journey there. The challenge is Earth and Mars are only on the same side of the sun once every 26 months.
Go ahead, tell me. What do you think?
We come back and try it again.
Yeah, I guess well, that's a long time. That's a long time. How do you feel about it?
Mars Direct.
You like it direct?
Yes.
It seems to me Mars Direct.
You're impatient.
I mean, who knows better than these people?
I got to say, you know, when there's a controversial subject, the president does this masterfully. He's got everybody in the room, and he just gets everybody to weigh in. Do you believe, you know, Michael Collins was fascinating. He said, no, Mars Direct. And Bridenstine was explaining why that can't be done. What do you think?
Well, anything can be done. It's just that it's so much more logical to learn all the steps that need to be taken at the moon, all the conditions, the resources, the life support systems, all the things that you'd like to know before you set out to be staying maybe your whole life once you get to Mars. We can learn all these things. And besides, we have other nations who can help us because they want to go back to the moon, and we can help share the costs of doing that and build a true alliance of all the capabilities in one, hopefully, plan to go there. It would not be at all helpful to be competing back at the moon or at Mars. It's very wasteful. This is one area above the atmosphere into orbit where all nations can and should cooperate together, learn how we can work and help each other, and take care of what's down underneath us or what's back underneath us on the surface of the Earth.
Very interesting.
This is where all the people are, and we're out there, and we can explore, but we need to do that together, really.
I've got one more question for you. You heard what I said about the survey that was done and how so many kids in America want to be YouTube stars and kids in China want to be astronauts. What's your thought on that, sir?
I'm not too surprised. 50 years ago, being an astronaut was a new thing to do. And it certainly is a new thing for people in China to think about doing that. And I think it's a tribute to their imagination wanting to do that. And if we've lost that, then that's why this 5 decades of Apollo is trying to inspire what this nation did 50 years ago. And we'll get caught up again with being able to do things of that inspiration again.
I so hope that you are right, sir. Reach for the Stars is a great book that I read to my boys when they were little, and it's very inspirational, as you have been all over all these decades. Buzz Aldrin, thank you so much. Good to have you here tonight, sir.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you.